want it. Yeah, man. JazzWad. How I've had so many, controversies surrounding this particular tune that, people are saying that Bobby Brown got the melody, what from, somewhere, and, now people are finding it very difficult to get royalties out of that and all that. What exactly is the controversy surrounding this particular tune?
Well, a certain artist said that Bobby Brown took the melody. I don't really want to call the artist's name, but they said that the melody of the chorus that Bobby Brown sings is from their melody. So right away, when somebody says that you're taking a melody, they can put a stop on you receiving any royalties. So me now, as a musician, I laid my music before Bobby Brown sung on the track. Sorry, so every song has 100%. 50% for the musician that composer of the music, and 50% for the person that write the lyrics. So I've already composed my 50% already. That's been done before anybody goes on the track, before Damien or Bobby Brown or anybody does their vocals. Now that Bobby Brown has done his vocals, and they say that he's taken a melody elsewhere, that person who's saying that he's took their melody has put a stop to it. So neither me, Damien Marley, Bobby Brown, or Steve Marley, who also produced a track with me, none of us can get no royalties from it. So all these years now, the money just there, it's just frozen. Nobody can get none until there's an agreement on how it's going to be shared up or how it's going to work out. But by rights, I mean, I should get my share because my music had nothing to do with the melody. My music is 50% over here for just the music part. They should maybe put a freeze on the written part of the vocals. But this is how it is, and it's unfortunate for everybody that this is how it goes, but that's why it's always good to be original. Maybe Bobby Brown singing the melody and he didn't even realize that he got it from somewhere else. You know what I mean? Sometimes we get inspired by something and we don't even realize that we're doing it over again. Because that is music, it's like a cycle. Sometimes it will go around and we do things that maybe somebody did before and we don't even realize we're doing it. So it's unfortunate, but these things happen.
Wow. Talking about the Marley family that maybe you have a straight link with, that you're working with Damien Marley. How did the link happen? I know you said Damien Marley is one hard-working artist that you love to work with, but how did the connection came?
Well, originally, before linking up with him in Jamaica, when I was like before I was even a teenager, I had my own young band with my cousins. We had a band called the Young Lions, me, my cousin Alicia, female, and my cousin Kevin. So we used to have a group called the Young Lions, but we also used to have other players in the band. One of the other players that should have been in the band was Julian Marley.
Julian Marley.
But at the time, Julian was kind of shy and didn't really want to go and do public performance and things, but Julian was in our band. And then, as time passed, when I went to secondary school, in London, Burlington Danes, Julian was also a member of the school.
Wow.
So we were like school friends, although he was maybe a couple of years behind me in school. We used to always communicate all the same. Now that time passed and I went to Jamaica and I was in Jamaica, I had a friend called Lenny Screw, who has passed away, so rest in peace Lenny. But he was the one that introduced me officially now to the Marleys, because I met them occasionally at Sunsplash and other shows like this. I would meet Steven and Damon and all of them. But it was on this night now that my friend Lenny Screw called me and he said, the Marleys, they want to see you and they want to link up. So I said, okay, fine. And I took up my instruments, my drum machine and my keyboard, and I went to Bob Marley's museum. That's in 56 Hope Road in Kingston, Jamaica. We was there chilling and we reasoning, vibes in. And then we started to lay a lot of rhythms. Like maybe 5, 10, 15, lots of music. We're just creating and making vibes.
Wow, on the road just like that?
Just like that.
Wow.
And Beautiful Now was one of these tracks that was laid. So I lay like the drums, the bass, the keyboards and stuff, and the music would be there. And it was time now that they go back and they listen to all the songs. And maybe Damien said, I like that beat there. And I heard a story that it was like he was there and they was vibing with Steve Marley and they was listening to the track and like, And then Damien went into the vocal booth now and he said, every day she shampoo my locks. Right? Like, the studio just went crazy now. It was mad. And said, Steve Marley said, yeah, do that. That's the one. And then that's how the track was laid.
Wow.
And Damon said that's his mother's favorite track too,
wow.
for the album. So it's a nice compliment.
Wow.
Yeah, so Beautiful came out of all those sessions, and that's how I really officially linked up with the Marleys on that night. And we just started to make music, and now we have a tight musical relationship and friendship also.
You say you are blessed to touch up with the Marley family, because they've been recognized from their father lineage straight up to them, and now you're working hand in hand with them. And there's a saying that I've heard so many artists saying that you must be a Marley before you can pick up a Grammy.
Well, they have it to say that type of thing, that there's only the Marleys get the Grammys and rare, but I'm sure that the Grammys are issued out to the good music at the time. I mean, Grammy is based off of the music that was put out for that year. So if it was, even if it's a Marley, or it might be Bunny Wailer, it might be Gregory Isaacs, Sly and Robbie, Jimmy Cliff, you see, you win it the other year. So it could be anybody that's going to win the Grammy, but they say that the people at the Grammy just love the Marleys, so Marleys always get it. But that's not the fact, I don't think, personally. But it's also for me to be a pleasure to work with them, yes, because I didn't get to meet Bob Marley himself in person, but now I'm here working with these kids, and it's just as great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you face challenges in terms of, let me say, producing songs and all that? Because we have the big names who does production as well. Do you get a fight from them?
If I get a fight from other producers?
Yes. Because you've been a young man and they've been in the industry for the past decades, and you just come like everything is moving on. Come like, you know, that hate on top of hate. Yeah.
Well, I personally wouldn't like to think that they have anything against me, but you will have competition and you will have maybe rivalry. I might not see it for myself, but maybe behind their closed doors they're like, oh, JazzWad done that, I'm gonna do something like this, and he done, and everybody wants to do something better than the next man. But obviously, me coming from London, England, I've come to Jamaica now. I'm starting to work with all the top producers and working with the musicians them as well. But now I've brought something new to the table. So when I started working with even the different producers like King Jammins, Bobby Digital, and even artists like Bounty Killer and Buju Banton and stuff like that, I bring a new sound into the music. And now I brought a sound that everybody had to start following. So to me, that was a compliment, because certain of my drum patterns and certain of my beats, other producers like Sly and Robbie, or Steely and Clevie, or Dave Kelly, these type of musicians and producers, they started to duplicate my style in their own productions.
Wow.
So I found that as a compliment. And maybe, as you said, if I find rivalry or people, you know, give me a bad vibe, maybe because they're like, he's from England. He's not supposed to be here doing our music on our level and doing it maybe even better. That we have to now be following him. So I don't really deal with rivalry. I just make music because I love music. And if they have a problem with me, I don't have a problem with them. I just make my music talk.
All right. You made mention of me coming from England. I just remembered something. A version of mine called Pocket Size. Hey, Size, big up yourself. And all the London crew, you see it? Yes, and Size gave me a CD that shows that Lovers Rock was originated from England. Now, why is it that England people couldn't keep it to themselves, but now everything reggae, we say Jamaica, and even the credit of Lovers Rock is even given to Jamaica now instead of England?
Well, I don't know why they're giving the credit to Jamaica for Lovers Rock, because the real people behind the scenes and who know music or follow up the music know that Lovers Rock was made in England. Then you would have artists like Sugar Minott, Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaacs. When they come to England, they discover this new sound called Lovers Rock. So they like it and they want to start making it also. So this is where they link up with British musicians and players of instruments, and they started to make Lovers Rock. So because they come from Jamaica, obviously sometimes the people might just look at the artist and think, oh, that sound was from Sugar Minott or Dennis Brown or Gregory Isaacs, without knowing that it was created from in the 70s from people in England. So, I mean, you have to give props where props is due and give credit where credit is due. So as far as I know, Lovers Rock was made in England.
All right.
Yeah.
Lovers Rock was made in England, but trust me, right now, everything, we give the credit to Jamaica. And sometimes I sit down and I say, wow. One time I called Dennis Rowe from England. I asked him, like, yo, Dennis, so what the Lovers Rock thing? You guys are sitting down there, and trust me, all the credit is being given to Jamaica. As a matter of fact, I am not trying to, I don't hate nobody. But, you know, as JazzWad said, credit must be given to who credit is due. And we must respect that. We'll go for a quick commercial break. When we come forward, I have more questions.